Political caricature during the American period in the Philippines were more than just artistic expressions. There were windows into the social and political landscape of the time. These caricatures often published in newspapers and magazines, depicted various aspects of society including scandals, corruption, and social issues. For example, one caricature highlighted a police bribery scandal involving Chinese gambling houses, shedding light on rampant corruption within law enforcement. Additionally, this caricature served as a form of political commentary, criticizing police misconduct, political corruption, and social inequality. There were a call for reform, urging society to address these issues. Furthermore, their caricature reflected prevailing racist attitudes, often depicting Chinese individuals in a derogatory manner. Depicting Manila's 1917 police scandal reveals a pivotal moment in the city's history. An informant, Pedro Chua, wrote to the Philippines Free Press, alleging that senior police officers accept bribes from Chinese gambling houses. This accusation, published by an influential newspaper, triggered a series of events culminating in the suicide of a police chief. Despite sensational claims and counterclaims, the Free Press eventually withdrew its allegation. This incident highlights the media's power to shape public opinion and impact events. It also emphasized the need for responsible journalism and ethical reporting to ensure accurate and fair coverage. The Philippines Free Press, retracting allegation of police corruption, Vicente Soto Independent, as depicted in an editorial cartoon, continued to assert the accuracy of Pedro Chua charges. This persistence highlights ongoing concern about police corruption in gambling law enforcement during the American period. Cartoon often portrayed Manila police either protecting gambling clubs frequented by Filipino politicians, accepting bribes from Chinese establishments, or failing to dismantle criminal gang in the city. This recurring theme emphasized the entrenched nature of corruption within the police force and the difficulties in addressing such illicit activities during that time. Fernando Marsolo illustration in the cartoon display a significant level of racism. He portrayed the corrupt Filipino policemen with normal feature, while exaggerating the feature of the Chinese character to make them appear emaciated and lurking, dehumanizing them in the process. This portrayal mirrors the prevalent racist attitudes towards the Chinese community during that period. Although Marsolo's depiction was more extreme, it was not unusual, as many cartoonists of that era often depicted Chinese individuals as corruptors or opium smugglers in a similarly derogatory and racist manner. These caricatures serve to reinforce negative stereotypes and fuel discriminatory sentiments against the Chinese population in the Philippines during the American period. During World War I, Manila experienced a population surge which led to a scarcity of housing and significant increase in rents. This, combined with high food prices, pushed the Manila working class into sudden poverty. This worst condition sparked protests that eventually reached Malacanang. In response, Governor General Francis P. Harrison took a tentative step towards reform. He criticized the rapacious demands of the landlords in a letter to the Director General of the Civil Service and proposed a bill to set rents at 12% of the assessed value of the property. This move aimed to alleviate the burden on the working class and address the growing social unrest caused by the economic hardships of the time. The Independent cartoon depicts Governor General Francis B. Harrison as a hero for his proposed rent reform. However, critics argue that the reform did not adequately address the root issues. Despite the strong rhetoric and the paper's tendency for hyperbole, Harrison suggests reform was viewed as a temporary solution. Many believe that a more effective approach would have been to allocate government revenues for public housing construction. However, Harrison, perceived a liberal governor, did not consider this option. The criticism suggests that while Harrison's reform intentions may have been good, it did not effectively tackle the underlying problems of housing scarcity and poverty.